Yo, it's Kier, and today's list is gnarliest non-fatal injuries in a horror movie. It's not that these injuries did not contribute necessarily to the person's death, but I'm just saying these are not was not the nail in the coffin for this person dying. Also, I know I say this a lot, but this list was so hard to narrow down. I should have done it by decade. I still might, honestly, but as always, there will be spoilers if you've never seen the movies I'm talking about, so feel free to scroll through. I'll have little pictures of each movie I'm going to talk about and decide if you want to watch it. Number one is a pretty recent one. It's The Ugly Stepsister from this past year, and we're talking about the toes scene. This one was really hard to watch for two reasons. First one being that she cut off her toes. That's tough. That's and for beauty standards, that was an incredible progression of what we see her go through before she starts to self-mutilate, essentially. All the ways she is mutilated basically without her own consent before she gets to this point. I thought it was such a beautiful movie. I would love to do more of a long-form review on this one because I had so many thoughts. But the second reason that this scene is so hard to watch is the aftermath, because we then find out that she cut off the toes for the wrong foot. It's a great moral that no matter what you're doing for beauty standards, I can almost promise you it ain't worth it. Next up is Simon from Midsummer. Simon gets the blood eagle punishment. There is a lot of discussion and discourse about this scene of if he is alive or not. It is in the script confirmed that he is alive. I know some people's argument is because Christian has taken the drug that they're all on, and we sort of see everything moving when they're on that drug. But it is confirmed by Ari Aster, the writer and director, that he is still alive for this, because this is a classic medieval torture kind of punishment. And that is part of it, is still being alive while we're seeing the lungs breathe. As someone whose lungs are inside of her body and still don't be working like they should, I can imagine it's pretty hard to make them work when they are outside of your body. Next up is Jared Padalecki's character Wade from the 2009 horror classic remake from the time they remade everything, House of Wax. This movie had a chokehold on me, and I was a child. I was elementary school when this one came out, but I loved it. There's two different injuries that he gets in this movie that have stuck with me for my entire life. One of them is the Achilles tendon snipping. Like I said, I was in elementary school when this came out. I don't think I even quite knew that that was a possibility. However, the other injury, the one I think is worse, is the gnarliest, is that he is still alive when he is turned into the wax figure, and then his friends find him and think it looks like him, and then start to be like, we're gonna get you out of here, and he's still alive. His eyes are just darting back and forth. Him still being alive while his friends are trying to get him out, and he's basically trying to tell them, please stop what you're doing. I'm in agony, has always been really tough for me to think too hard about, because of just the absolute lack of control over your own body has got to be insanely frustrating. It feels similar to when people talk about having anesthesia and being awake but not being able to communicate that you are awake. Next is from Jack Ketchum's The Girl Next Door. I don't know a ton of people who have seen this one. I think more people should, but I should warn you, it is insanely gnarly, to say the least. It's really hard to watch, and I do not say that lightly. It is a horror movie that I believe was straight to DVD. The movie is really, really, I think, well done in terms of an effective scare. I think you just can't think too hard about the fact that it's a true story. The injury I'm referring to is the blowtorch injury. I don't even know how to describe it on TikTok without being banned and having the authorities called on me, so I'm not going to, but check it out if you haven't. But just know it's really brutal. I simply can't imagine. Moving on. And lastly, Mateus from The Ruins. I think 2008, maybe 2009. It is a great movie, a really kind of classic, early aughts, almost 2010s, cheesy teen horror, whatever. It's not good, but it's good to me. The injury specifically I'm talking about is Mateus having to get his legs choppy while awake. And I think what's really tough about this scene is not only what he goes through, but the fact that Jeff, the character played by Jonathan Tucker, who says that he did 1 year of med school, or I think he's pre-med, not even in med school yet. So he's just taking gen eds. no medical training, I believe. And he says like, oh, he'll be the one to do it. And he sort of tells them all like, you won't feel a thing, all of this. And it's 100% not true. And I think that's extra tough, is the fact that he knows he has to lie to him. I'm sure that Mateus knows he's being lied to, but they have to do what they have to do, or at least they think. And then the fact that they find out it was pretty much all for nothing is an extra level of Jesus fucking Christ. All right, that's my list. What did I miss? Like I said, this was so fucking hard to narrow down. Please tell me your favorite ones, because I love talking about this stuff. This is why I have this channel. So comment and tell me what your favorite non-fatal gnarliest injuries are.